Dear students, today let us discuss about the charging of a capacitor through an RC circuit. For first 4 semester students, it may be helpful. Before taking up these circuit diagrams, circuit connections and other things, let me discuss about the capacitor and resistance first. RC, R resistance, C is the capacitor. So this is the capacitor here. This is the capacitor having the two legs. Capacitor which is containing two legs. Can show it one more. This is a capacitor. Electrolytic capacitor. One side you can see that some marking is here. That is that end representing the negative side. So be careful about this kind of a capacitor which is containing the polarity. Some other capacitors do not containing the polarity, no problem. But this kind of capacitor which is containing the polarity, one side, this side is having the negative, the other side is having positive. So negative end must be connected to the negative terminal of the battery only. Positive end must be connected to the positive terminal of the battery only. That carefully we are supposed to connect. Then resistance, you have to use a carbon resistor, 10 kilo ohm carbon resistor, you can use it. So this is a lesser value. Okay, 10 kilo means it is a brown, black, orange, you can go for it. The color code you have to see that brown, black, orange, that one you can take and you can do the connections. Before taking up the connections here, let us go for the circuit diagram first. This is a circuit diagram. Okay, this is a circuit diagram that we can go for it. Here we will be having a resistance. And this is an electrolytic capacitor. Across this electrolytic capacitor, we are going to connect it to a multimeter here. And resistance afterwards, we are connecting a plug key. Then connect it to a voltage source. The voltage source you can adopt either 10 volts or you can go for 12 volts depending on the capacitor, of course. Capacitor range is 50 volts. You can go even for about another 2, 5 volts, 10, 20 volts, 25 volts also you can go for it. If it is having a lesser voltage potential, then you have to go for lesser only. So resistance, if you are using this is around about 470 or maybe 1000 microfarad or 470 microfarad if you are choosing, then you can go for R as 10 kilo. I have given the configuration also. Capacitor value 470 microfarad or 1000 microfarad if you are using, then R is equal to 10 kilo ohm, you can use it. This is the resistance. R is equal to 10 kilo ohm. Like this we had to do the circuit connections. First we had to do the tag up the circuits first now. Capacitor positive end must be connected to here. Positive end of the battery only. Negative end of the capacitor must be connected to negative end of the voltage source. So like this only we have to connect. How we are going to connect? So here, like this we are going to connect. This is a capacitor. This is a capacitor. This capacitor is having negative end and positive end here. Negative here, positive end must be connected to the resistance one end. Other end of the resistance is connected to a plug key. Plug key another end, it has been connected to the power supply. So meaning this positive terminal of the capacitor, in turn it has been connected to the positive end of the power supply. Negative end of the capacitor must be connected to the negative end of the power supply. Across the two ends of the capacitor, positive end it must be connected to the positive end of the voltmeter, and the negative end of the capacitor must be connected to the common terminal, means a negative edge of the voltmeter we are supposed to connect. This is the circuit connections what we are going to do it. Then here the same kind of circuit diagram it has been done. You can see here. Okay, this is a breadboard here. I am using a breadboard. This is a capacitor. This is a capacitor here. You can observe that. This is negative end. This is a negative end. This side is said to be the positive. Negative this side. This is positive here. So in this case here, negative end is connected here. Negative end is connected here. Positive end is connected here. This positive end it has been connected to the resistance. Resistance another end is connecting with a wire here like this. This connection it goes to switch or maybe the plug key. Plug key another end. connected to, here it is power supply unit, positive end of the power supply. Power supply negative end must be connected to here. It must be connected to, it gone here. Okay, it's coming here to the negative end of the capacitor. This is the negative end of the capacitor. Across the two ends of the capacitor, we are supposed to connect it to the voltmeter. This is the circuit connections. Since there is no power here, no electricity today, and for last 2 days that we have tried, there is no power. No problem, just I will explain, just you see that. Now what we have to do it? We have to unplug this any one terminal we have to unplug. Then voltmeter we are supposed to connect it here. If you don't unplug, then terminal potential difference will be there. It will be acting. EMF will be different, terminal potential difference will be different. So therefore, we have to remove this. Internal resistance, everything, it will be acting otherwise. So remove the circuit. Across this one, connect the voltmeter. Then adjust this voltage. Around about maybe 10-15 volts we can adjust here. That is the input voltage. Then remove the voltmeter, whatever the connections that is the input voltage only that we have selected. Remove that and again you connect this one. Don't adjust it again. Don't turn this. Keep this one as constant. Now across this one we have to connect the voltmeter as usual. Across the capacitor we have to connect the voltmeter. Now this one we are supposed to switch over to the DC only. DC only, around about 20 volts we have to switch it on. Like this it must be get switched on. Now we have to take one stopwatch. The stopwatch we are supposed to increase by in terms of around about 2 seconds, 3 seconds depending upon the time interval, whatever it is it has been chosen, the R and C, we are supposed to take it and we are supposed to switch down this. Immediately we have to switch on the switch of the stopwatch. Every time interval we are supposed to note down the voltage. Every 3 seconds, 0, what is the voltage? 3 seconds, what is the voltage? 6 seconds, then 9 seconds, like that we are supposed to take. Within no time you are going to get a constant voltage here. Up to that we are supposed to charge it. We are going to get a maximum voltage here. Afterwards it is not going to get increased. Then we are supposed to stop. Then we have to take a graph sheet. We are supposed to plot the time interval along the x-axis and the voltage along the y-axis. We are going to get a maximum voltage. The maximum voltage multiplied by 0.632 we are supposed to consider. Where it is going to get obtained that value, we have to mark it on the graph sheet. Then we are supposed to draw a horizontal line. Where the curve it is going to get cut down, we are supposed to drop a line. Where it is time interval it is meeting, that one must be taken as time constant. That is a time constant. The time constant is equal to RC. We want to calculate how much is the capacitance value. Time constant divided by R. R is a known thing. So we are supposed to substitute. T it has been estimated using the graph and experimentally. We are supposed to substitute the T value. You are going to get in terms of farads. Then ultimately you can convert in the form of microfarads. So this is how we are going to do it as a capacitor charging through an RC circuit. Okay, similarly we can do even the discharging of a capacitor. Okay, that one another experiment, we can do it in another